Good morning. I'm Anna Marie de la Vega. So who wants to lose weight this year? I heard somebody say this morning they're going to lose 20 pounds by the end of the month. Is that possible? I think you're going to be surprised. The guy we're going to talk to today is Alan Pruitt. He's the Tennessee State Advocate for the Middle Tennessee area for TOPS, Take Off Pounds Sensibly. Alan, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me today.
And is it possible to lose 20 pounds by the end of the month?
You know, as much as I would like to say that is quite a possibility, unfortunately, we have to start things off slow.
Oh, okay. We know that in our hearts.
Absolutely.
We really know that, but then we just jump on the latest fad diet.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Alan, first of all, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
TOPS is a nonprofit organization, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And
it is.
I read it was like the original weight loss support and wellness education organization, founded in 1948.
Absolutely. By Esther Manns around a kitchen table.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Around a kitchen. We're like, we have to find a way. And that makes sense. It's a nonprofit, non-commercial weight loss organization. And what they do is they promote successful weight management with a real people, real weight loss type philosophy, correct?
Yes, ma'am. That is our motto.
So Alan is here today to tell us what that means and how we might actually lose that weight this year and maintain it.
So the truth is, most people don't fail at weight loss. The plan fails them.
Oh.
So you want to make sure you set realistic goals.
Yeah.
So healthy, sustainable weight loss is typically, lose a half a pound to 1 pound a week. And you want to focus on habits, not just the number.
Oh, yes. I like that.
You want to look at goals that are designed for long-term maintenance and that are not temporary restrictions.
Okay.
But instead of asking how much weight can I lose, you could always ask, what habits can I keep all year?
Yeah.
Examples of those are like walking 20 minutes on most days, eating healthy at every meal.
That's hard.
Absolutely. Especially working in a restaurant.
Can I do that? I don't know that I can eat. At this point, I don't know that I can eat healthily or healthfully at every meal.
There's always something like some sort of vegetable that you can incorporate into every meal. There's always some form of protein, which it brings me to my next point. You cook at home 3 to 4 nights a week, incorporate more protein into a diet.
Oh, okay. Now, I want to talk about that one just a little more because I think you said something about restrictive diets. It's like, don't do this, don't eat that, don't do that. It seems like the more successful people are adding protein, they're adding vegetables,
right?
They're adding fruits, they're drinking more water, and they're feeling better and more like walking.
Absolutely.
I like that you started saying adding rather than subtracting because that's how our brains work.
Right, and a lot of people, it's like the more that you start restricting what you have in a diet, the less likely you are to maintain that diet and maintain success.
Yeah.
I mean, weight loss is not linear. Everyone needs to know that plateaus are normal.
Okay.
Fluctuations are normal.
Yeah.
And slow progress is still progress.
So that was the basis of the press release that I got from TOPS recently, the power of starting slow this new year. So starting slow means, what would my day one look like? Do you write a plan out? What do you do?
That's the best thing to do. I did a program last year for all of my chapters, and one of the points in there was create a positive personal mantra.
Oh.
Instead of saying, I can't do something, saying, I can or I will achieve success.
Oh, I can add vegetables to my meal every meal?
Absolutely. Or I am worth the time it takes to put this into my body.
I'm respecting this temple.
Absolutely.
That I'm going to try and take better care of.
Yes, ma'am.
I think we would take care of other people way better than we take care of ourselves.
And I get that a lot because I focus on what other people need before I put my needs in line.
Yeah.
I've started over 100 times, if not 2,000 times.
Yeah.
I will put my family before me, and create more damage to my body while I'm trying to protect theirs.
I get that. I think a whole lot of people listening right now get that. It's like, well, I didn't have time to eat a great meal because I made sure that there was good protein and some vegetables and bought fruit and washed the fruit for the rest of the family.
Right.
And in the meantime, we're too busy to do it for ourselves.
Yes, ma'am.
So we make a plan and do it. What did you say? A personal slogan?
Positive personal mantra.
Mantra.
I mean, it's just something that, place it on a refrigerator. Me personally, I have one on the dashboard of my car.
What is yours?
Mine is, I will treat today as a new day rather than focusing on the past.
And it had nothing to do with weight loss.
No, and it doesn't have to always do with weight loss. Do something that'll, make it a positive thing in your life.
Wow.
Because positivity in your life also will affect the weight loss.
Wow.
Because you're not always stressed out.
Yeah. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't have this. I can't.
Or I've got to be here by a certain time, or I got to fight this traffic, or I've got to do this. That to me creates more stress than driving in a crowded street somewhere.
Yeah. So what did you say? Today is a new day?
Today is a new day. Don't focus on yesterday.
Wow, that's good. Because that's a lot of what I think derails people is they feel so negatively about themselves. Oh, yesterday I ate a whole cake. Maybe not that, but I ate what I shouldn't have eaten. Instead of today is a new day.
Right.
I'm going to add the vegetables to my plate for lunchtime.
Absolutely. And like over the weekend, you may I've learned that it's just better to leave the weekend in the weekend. And I was like, look, I may have messed up this weekend, but I'm going to hit hard in the gym on Monday. So it's just easier to, pick up the pieces where you left off. Don't worry about backtracking and retracing your step.
You can't change the past.
Right. You've already had that slice of cake.
Yeah.
You've already had a pint of ice cream.
You know what? I love that. So, Alan, what we're going to do is I'm going to remember this because it's like what happens in the weekend stays in the weekend.
Right.
So I'm going to remember that because I think that might be a point where people maybe hang with friends or just relax and they don't feel, or they're just, messing around and they just want to have something that they know is not as healthy as they could choose.
Yeah.
What happens in the weekend stays in the weekend. And then, some people call it a cheat day.
Right. As long as those cheat days don't turn into cheat weeks or cheat months. And before you know it, they turn into cheat years.
But also, when you call it a cheat day, there's an amount of shame that you're putting on yourself with that. And so you're like, I'm going to do this today. Tomorrow I'm going to do that.
Right. And it's also okay to have those cheat days because you don't want to deprive yourself of something that you're really craving for the fact that if the first time if you go for so long without having that item and then you end up having it, you can overindulge in it.
True.
I've seen that happen time and time again. Even myself. I mean, my absolute worst weakness is ice cream.
Yes.
And it's even worse when I've had a rough day because it's easy enough to go through a McDonald's drive-thru and grab that ice cream cone.
And it's comfort food in our head.
It is absolutely a comfort food.
Yes. Okay, I get that. And then also, when you feel like you can't have it, and you do, feels like, well, I've blown it.
Absolutely. And that makes you feel even more guilty.
No, I need more comfort.
Right. And I will sit in my car and squall in the McDonald's drive-thru as I'm sitting there licking the ice cream cone. I was like, I really should have done this. Maybe I need to go to the gym instead. So I go to the gym and sit in the parking lot, eat my ice cream cone, and cry even more.
Now, that is the most real thing I think I've ever heard. So what happens in the weekend stays in the weekend. Today's a new day, and we can continue to add better things to our lives.
Absolutely.
Rather than restricting.
It.
As we do this, we'll see progress, but it's slower.
Absolutely. The old saying, Rome wasn't built in a day.
No, right?
So you're not going to wake up with a bikini fit body next week.
Yeah.
I've gained and lost, 30 pounds over the past 3 or 4, even 5 years.
Yeah.
And, COVID could have has a lot to do with that too. You know, we were all sitting at home. We were all locked away.
Yes.
But
it did have a lot to do with it.
Right.
There were reports, so many reports indicating that people had overall gained a lot of weight, gotten more depressed. And part of it is because we couldn't do those positive. I didn't go take a walk every day. I felt isolated. Now, after I didn't go take a walk every day, even now, people still feel like, I don't want to say inhibited, but like by large crowds.
Right.
Like my husband and I were talking about going out to eat, and it was super packed. I'm like, I don't want to.
Right. It's like an instant anxiety hits you. Yes.
And just because COVID, the epidemic, is over, doesn't mean everything is right back to normal. Because people are still dealing with that.
Right.
And this taking it slow is going to help.
And, you know, and not to place full blame on COVID. I mean, because obesity was a disease way before then.
Yes, it was, yeah.
It's always been a disease.
Yeah.
We just needed a reason to, or someone to point the blame to.
Yeah, true.
That doesn't mean we have to give into it.
True. Because today's a new day.
Today is a new day.
What happens in the weekend stays in the weekend. Today's a new day. And we know we're going to add good things to our lives.
Absolutely.
So what would be the next step?
We've talked about understanding our nutritional health, but we also want to make sure that we focus on, like, we take advantage of the modern tools that are available out there.
Oh.
Because, you know, you always have the injectables, the GLP-1s, and they've got all these others that they're testing or they're not FDA approved yet that everybody's ranting and raving about.
Yeah.
Look into digital tools as well. I use my Net Diary. It is a way to track your daily calorie intake. It tracks your steps, your water intake. It gives you a plan to go by.
My Net Diary?
My Net Diary. You go in, you put in your goal weight, and you give them a specific date you want to get to that by.
Yeah.
So for me, I put in for my birthday. At the end, my birthday's in November, and I want to weigh 225. So it gives you like a projected daily calorie intake of what you want to take in.
Yeah.
And then you put in like weekly weigh-ins if you want to. I've read in my study somewhere where it says sometimes it's okay to weigh on a daily basis, but don't take that hard. Pick a same day, same time every week.
Oh.
Because, you know, they always say you weigh more in the morning than you do in the evening.
Okay.
So I kind of do in the evening. That way I give myself a little budgeting there. Like, I know if my personal scale at home says, you know, I weigh, 300 pounds and I go to my TOPS meeting, I know that scale is going to weigh at least a pound to a pound and a half more because I've had all day to take in like water. I've had all day to take in different sources of food.
Yeah.
What's always the ones you swelled throughout the day.
Yeah.
But you always want to weigh in at the same time, usually around every day.
Okay.
I mean, it's just a personal preference.
Yeah. So daily or weekly?
Daily, weekly. I have some people that weigh in once a month. That's just personal preference.
Because they want to be able to see that bigger difference.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But again, with the digital tools, you have MyFitnessPal, you have the MyNet Diary. There are hundreds of apps out there that you could use. Wearable technology, smartwatches. They track every step you take.
Mine has changed my life.
Absolutely.
It's a cheap one. It's
right.
Nothing really expensive.
And I've noticed if I'm sitting down too long, mine will say it's time to start standing.
Yes.
So it reminds you, to move. There's no reason why there shouldn't be any physical activity in our lives. I mean, unless we're like bedridden or something like that.
Yeah, there should be. Yeah.
But because we have a reminder on our wrist.
I noticed also, I read something just recently that said if you are inactive, if you sit for like 10 or 11 hours a day, you're more likely to die within the next few years.
Right. And I've seen different instances, whether it's a television show or other avenues, where there has been people that have weighed a higher weight and had a higher BMI, and they have sat there and just ate themselves to death. If you're sitting stagnant, your heart's working 10 times as hard.
Oh, wow.
because you're not actively, pumping the blood enough through your arteries.
So your heart's trying to push it all out. I didn't realize that. I think a lot of people don't realize that.
Right.
And so,
the faster your heart rate, the faster the blood flow that comes through your heart, and it can help, reduce reduce the risk of, strokes and heart attacks and all these other numerous diseases that they say obesity can cause.
Definitely cause. I've never heard anybody put it that way. We're talking with Alan Pruitt with TOPS, Take Off Pounds Sensibly. I've never heard anybody put it that way, but if you've got your blood pumping, your heart's not having to do all of the work. It's like it's flowing through me, I'm going to pump it back out. Flowing in, I'm going to pump it back out. Not just like I'm trying to pump liquid through this just mass of flesh.
Right. I know we're talking about weight loss here, but say you go to Sonic and get a milkshake. It's like pumping that strawberry up through that thin straw.
Yeah.
That's what, like, when clogged arteries look like, trying to pump blood through clogged arteries.
You just ruined strawberry shakes for me. Thanks, Alan.
I do apologize.
No, but that's a great example to give us an idea of what really we're doing when we're just sitting on our booties there for hours and making our heart do all that extra work. I had not thought of it that way.
Even if you are wheelchair bound, bed bound, whatever, you can always a chance that you can move your arms.
Yeah.
Like sit there and move your legs back and forth.
Anything that is mobile.
Anything that will just pump blood a little faster than a standard rate.
Yeah.
Like I know at work, if I'm sitting at a desk for long periods of time, I'll just start raising my hands, moving them or moving my fingers back and forth even, or, moving toes, whatever it takes just to get a little bit of blood flow in.
Yeah, that's very good. Thank you. All right. So we know we can start slowly, use technology or the wearables, the apps.
The apps, of course.
Where else? Where else can we get some help that we already have available?
Professional support, registered dietitians, health coaches, behavioral therapists, and group programs like the TOPS organization.
Okay. How do we know what's right for us?
You need to consult. I'm not no medical professional by no stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
Consult your medical provider.
Yeah.
They're the ones that can tell you, and you yourself is the best one to go to, because what works for me may not work for you.
True.
And what works for you may not work for anybody else.
Yeah. I have a therapist. My husband and I both have started to see a therapist, and it's very helpful. If you can, I almost think everybody could benefit from that. But I think also there are things that we have maybe from our childhood. There are things that we have in our lives that we don't even realize are kind of keeping us from taking that next positive step forward. So seek your doctor's advice, your therapist if you have it. And you called it something else, but basically the medical and health professionals in your life.
Right. And, here in Nashville, to me, Vanderbilt is probably one of the better. They have one of the best weight loss clinics that's out there to offer.
Oh, wow.
I've done my extensive research on it. I've done my research into the GLP-1s. I've done research into several different avenues.
Yeah.
A lot of my research comes from the Vanderbilt Clinic.
Okay.
So, and I know somebody, she has lost over 150 pounds, and she started out going to the weight loss clinic at Vanderbilt.
Is it possibly covered by insurance? I know people are probably thinking that. Is it expensive?
It depends on if it affects your health. In most cases, it will.
Yeah, makes sense.
But like I said, consult your insurance company, consult your doctor. They may know a way to recommend it to your or to your insurance company.
Right.
From a medical standpoint.
Yes, like if you're diabetic or if you have certain health conditions specifically, then some of the insurance companies will step in and cover things like that. I don't know why they don't do that more, because so many health issues are caused by being overweight and being obese.
Right.
So many medical conditions caused by it.
So in perspective, I have a friend, he signed up for the Zepbound shot, but his insurance wouldn't cover it.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I have a stepsister that it was a real bad diabetic. She had a major stroke in 2020, these other medical issues. Her doctor recommended her go on Mounjaro. with that, she's lost 80 pounds on. Whereas on Zepbound, a friend of mine, he ended up paying for it out of pocket.
Yeah.
And lost a good 75 to 80 pounds. So they're proven effective.
Yeah.
They're good options. But like I said, based off of health insurance, I mean.
And it's interesting that the health insurance would not want to, because they also had to pay for the treatments. They also had to pay for her medical cost for the stroke and all of that. Let her get so bad, they had to pay for a lot.
That's why her medical physician recommended this. And so they seen that and they're like, sure, we'll sign off on it. If it works, then that's, of course, less money they'll have to fork out.
Exactly. It's a shame they can't do that ahead of time.
Absolutely.
Before it gets to a critical condition. But you got to check your insurance, check with your doctor.
Absolutely.
And you have done, you say you have researched things like that?
I have, on and off, just because I've done it my way. Apparently my way isn't working.
I got you.
So I've looked into the GLP-1s just to see, the good, the bad, and the ugly of them all.
Yeah.
And my only concern with them is most of the reviews that I've read is if you come off of them and you don't maintain your diet, your exercise, all the important stuff, then you'll gain most of that weight back. So
we want to set the systems in place to help support a healthy diet, healthy amount of exercise. Right, because weight loss is a mindset. If you don't develop a mindset and those healthy habits, you're not going to be successful. Yeah. So how can TOPS or another organization that is educational like that, how can they help us get into a healthy mindset? With TOPS in particular, we are a support group. You come to weekly meetings, of course, you weigh in, and then we have educational programs, it's not all about weight loss. It's about helping maintain, certain levels, helping maintain diabetes. It's, just different articles. Like a few months back, we had one of how laughter helps increase weight loss. Wow. Not very much, but it's there. And it helps your mindset. So it does. It makes you a more positive person. Yeah. Because if you are sad, if you're in despair, absolutely, if you have given up, you're not going to lose weight. Right. You have to be just sit at home and like just cry in your sorrows and your tortillas. Right. Yeah. Because that bag of potato chips is just right there, waiting for you to just start digging in, and before you know it, you've ate the whole bag. What about people who have not gone to a support group ever and are anxious about that and about revealing themselves in front of a lot of other people? Don't be afraid to do that, because we all go through struggles. Even the most bravest person in this world goes through struggles. I mean, just put in perspective, presidents, kings, queens, they all go through struggles. Don't be afraid to expose that. Most support groups are there to help support. That's exactly what's in it. They are support. Yeah. I know in my personal chapter, it doesn't matter if I've had a good week, if I've had a bad week, I've always got one, two, if not the whole group there behind me saying if I've gained weight that week, they're like, you'll do good. Tomorrow's a new day. Yeah. I've had a great week. They're like, that's a great job this week. Keep going. And that probably helps to motivate them as well. And it does. And then TOPS, we have a group called a COPS. It stands for Keeping Off Pounds Sensibly. Nice. So those are the ones that have reached their weight loss goals. And those, to me, are the most inspirational ones. We have a lady, she has maintained her goal weight for, I think the last time I checked, it was like 17 years. That's great. And I know, like, every time I see her, she is just such an inspiration. She's all the time, she's like, you'll get there one day. She's like, again, take it slow. She's like, don't run a marathon. Worry about the sprint, not the marathon. Oh. Is it an addiction? Is it a food addiction that people have, or is it? I personally believe it is an addiction, because we didn't get 300 pounds by not forming a habit. Yeah. And to me, reaching for that bag of potato chips when we're bored is a habit. Yeah. So I firmly believe it is an addiction. And so it helps. It's kind of like, then would it be fair to kind of equate it a little bit with an Alcoholics Anonymous type group, you need a support group. If you're trying to create a different lifestyle, you've got a support group, and you can't hide and heal at the same time, as
Absolutely.
they say. So you've got a group to help keep you sober, to help keep you from going on a weekend binge of ice cream or whatever.
Right.
So that's kind of what support groups do for situations like these.
Absolutely, because weight loss is not a moral issue, and struggling does not mean that you have failed. Struggling just means that you're human.
Yeah.
And that's all it is to it. Like, so don't be afraid to expose that. I think that's the biggest thing with weight loss today is people's like, oh, I've gained 20 pounds. I don't want to let the world know that. But the truth is you're exposing yourself because, if you've gained 20 pounds, people can notice it easily.
Yeah.
You lose too much weight, they can say, oh, you look sick.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, just look at celebrities out there today. They're like, you can say, oh, she's gained weight, or she must be sick. She's gotten skinny.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's visible. We're not really hiding it.
It's a visible exposure.
Okay. And so we're almost out of time, Alan. Alan Pruitt with TOPS, the TOPS Club Incorporated, Take Off Pounds Sensibly.
Yes, ma'am.
What final thoughts? Give us some motivation. Give us an uplifting something. Give us a little tidbit to hang on to as we wrap up.
First off, I just want to say thank you for having me today. I couldn't be here without the ones that didn't want to join us today.
Oh, yeah, the little chickens who didn't come talk to me.
Yeah. And, of course, I can't thank enough for President Rick Danforth. He's over TOPS Club International.
Okay.
And then we have Judy Pruitt. She is the Service Program Administrator. She has 18 states, bless her soul.
Wow.
And Teresa Teague is our district coordinator. She is just an absolute wonderful person to work under. Always laughing, always joking. So she makes it a more enjoyable time. And don't be afraid to reach out to a local meeting. You can go to tops.org and you can find your local meeting. I know here in Middle Tennessee, I have 9 chapters. Feel free to reach out. You can look into whatever local chapter is around you. If you can't find one, feel free you can start your own chapter. You can also join virtually through a virtual chapter or an online chapter. There's 2 different differences.
Oh.
So there's avenues for the support 100%.
Whatever you feel comfortable with putting that toe in the water.
Absolutely. Now, I know sticker shock might surprise people, but it's $70 to begin for a year. And then after so much time, the fees, the membership reduces in price.
Well, we pay $70 a year for way less important things than our health and our lives.
And that's what I was going to say. You can't put a price on your health and your life.
Yeah. And it's $70.
It's $70 as a newcomer membership.
And that's a year.
That's a year.
Not a month.
Not a month.
Like the gym memberships and all the stuff that we've paid for monthly and never used.
Absolutely.
This is $70 that might really help you make that change.
Right.
Okay.
And I do want to close out. We have a magazine that we put out. Once you're a member, it's called TOPS News.
Okay.
A member out of Michigan, Garden City, Michigan, wrote this poem for our January 2026 issue.
Okay.
It says, "When I was young, I was pretty vain, but oh so blonde. Trying to be healthy was far from my mind. Family came and then duties. I put myself last. Before I knew, the years just flew past. Now I am old. It's such a pity. No longer shapely and certainly not as pretty. My life proceeds as I turn more pages, finding morsels of freedom throughout my ages. Being healthy and happy is truly the goal, to feed the body as well as the soul. So cheers to you who are not dead yet. May you be happy and healthy in the year ahead."
Nice. Nicely done. Nice way to wrap up this interview. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you again for having me.
Alan Pruitt with TOPS, Take Off Pounds Sensibly. We'll put some links on our Focus Facebook page as well. Thank you for joining us today. Make sure you join us again next week. I'm Anna Marie De La Vega, and that's Focus.